Hello and welcome to today's podcast. My name is Angela Brooks, and this is Blogging for Profits number 66 podcast. Today is 7 Great Lies of Network Marketing, and I'm sure without a doubt that you've heard of some of these. There are so many trends in network marketing, online marketing, social media that creates big shifts for some people and absolute crickets for others. I don't know which one you are or which scale you're at, but you don't need to be an expert on every single platform. You just need to find one that you love and focus on that one that you enjoy working on, and you're willing to spend time engaging with new people every single day. Find your own sweet spot and work there. Stop trying to be like everybody else. Stop trying to be like Angela Brooks or the big leaders in network marketing. Find your space, and that's where you hang out and become an absolute pioneer. Like I talked about in podcast number 65, being a pioneer in your business is just being you, just being your own unique sweet spot. And every single business there's going to be money cost. When I have people come to me and they're talking about building a business, and then they say, oh, well, how much is this going to cost me? As soon as they ask that question, then I already know immediately they're not going to invest in their business. Every investment that you put into your business is also a tax deduction, which I'm not a CPA and I'm not a tax expert. You can do that, Google yourself. Or look up my friend Courtney Epps, and she has tons of information about working from home and network marketing and how to use that to your advantage. But when people ask me, how much is it going to cost? It depends on how that conversation starts as to whether that person is going to be accepting of business fees. There's no way to run a business completely for free. I wished I could lie to you and tell you that was possible, but it's just not. There's just no way around it. You start in a business brand new or a well-oiled seasoned business. Either way, pivoting is not just a one-time thing. It's an ongoing, as the world shifts, you learn to shift your business. Talking about shifting business, 2020, the pandemic showed us all how business went from full-time offices to people working at home in a blink. And it immediately showed people, oh, I can work from home and actually make money, because before people were conditioned to think they had to have an office, they had to be in underneath a boss, they had to be managed instead of being able to work from home. So the network marketing industry really was awakened in a larger scale in 2020. So I was super grateful for that people now see that you can lose your job overnight and there's nothing you can do about it. And money immediately stops coming in. You had people working at restaurants as servers. You had every attendant you can think of. And now people are trying to get caught up a year later. And the people in network marketing that were still working their business were able to continue a pretty good lifestyle. So always having an extra income on the side never hurt anybody's feelings. So number one thing I want to talk about today of the 7 great lies of network marketing. Number one is be open to new ideas. Doing something outside of our comfort zone. I understand that new ideas and perceptions can be a little bit intimidating, but it can also dramatically alter the path that you're on. So don't get so focused on doing things that you miss out on something that could possibly propel your business. And I want to apologize for all the noise in the background. I am sitting at Spencer's Coffee Shop in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and there's a giggle box right next door, and like right next to me. So I'm trying to block out as much noise as possible. But don't underestimate the power of a business community. The connections inside of a community is going to be your lifters when you're not having a good day, or when maybe you've built a funnel and it didn't go right, or maybe you did some 100 blog posts and you've got no engagement. Connecting inside of a community can take your reach to international because people are referring each other inside that group. You can find the community that I'm attached to on my blog at angelabrook.com. At the top of the page, you'll be able to connect there. Good business neighbors can be your future. And I hope you'll join me in that community so we can hang out and that we can help each other there. I no longer do private coaching. I refer all my clients into the same community with me. It is an affiliate marketing type community, so that's where I help teach and work with people. Anybody can do this. And I used to, this is number 2, is you've always heard people say anybody can do this. And I used to truly believe that anybody could build this business model. But now I don't think so. It takes a dreamer. It takes somebody with sticky power that has the discipline, the motivation, the mindset, and willing to learn the skills it takes to move this business. It takes the same person to build anything in life, not just in business. You have to have some sticky power. And there's a lot of people that will join a network marketing company and they quit about as fast as they started. I get tickled when people think they haven't built a income to replace whatever job they're doing in 90 days. They're going, this doesn't work. And so they quit. That's not the way this industry normally works. There are some fireballs that go out there in big industries in 10 months, but they're rare. They're really rare. So if you're making $250, $500, or $1,000 in network marketing, congratulations to you. You're one of the rare ones. That means you're sticky. That means you've got some gumption that you're going to learn, that you're just still building. Don't quit. So some people can't even be on time for a coffee meeting, much less a job. And network marketing works only when you do, period. There is no easy road whatsoever, no fluffy cotton method that works. I can't wave a wand to help you. And the people who made it big, as they like to call it, the big people, they always say the person standing on stage with the marker writing on the board is the one making all the money. And that's kind of true. The people in the big industry of network marketing, the only reason we're at the top is because we took time to develop our skills, shifted our own mindset, rolled up our sleeves, and did the work. Like talking to humans, like people that become our customers. The real work consists of talking to people, lots of people. And, I had a person ask me, how many people do I have to talk to? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what your skill level is. I don't know what your conversations are like. I don't know if you're asking them to join your conversation or join your opportunity. I don't know what your conversation is. And I do believe that anybody can build up to a $200 to $500 a month income, maybe even $1,000 with minimal effort. I believe that. But if you want to go above and beyond, it's going to take some skill set and some skill changes. So number 3 is residual income is forever. That's bullshit. And it just got loud in here, so I'm still going to keep on talking. I hope you can hear me okay. Residual income is not forever. I worked in a hospital for 25 years in one psychiatric unit. The hardest part about the job was getting in my car and driving 45 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week. There for about 20 years, I worked 3 days a week, 13-hour shifts. And then the last 5 years, I worked 5 days a week. I got paid on the 15th and the 30th just for clocking in. And I did my work every shift. Some shifts only took me 2 to 3 hours to do 12 hours worth of work to get done. Some took all 12 hours to get my work done. It depended on the day. So working my business takes effort to maintain the position that I'm in. It's not a walk away income until it gets much bigger than where I'm at right now. Even as a 6-figure earner, I don't let up. because I'm always adding new customers, new distributors, new people. And I'm always looking for leaders that are on my team already here. I usually tap down into my organization to find people who are just starting to work and adding them to a Facebook message and staying in touch with them. Hey, how are you doing today? Is there anything I can help you with? Do you have any questions? Just engaging with them and letting them know they're not working at this alone. You know, at the same amount of work that I did in the hospital is not the same amount of work that I can add to my business. Um, Finding people who will do this kind of work is kind of rare. And the ones who get in there and really want to shift and learn their skills are the ones that's going to be at the top, holding the marker, standing on stage with the microphone. So the biggest secret there, if there's such thing as a secret, is building a system with your team and staying in touch with them. Because you're not gonna, a lot of people are just gonna come into your business and be customers. And customers are absolutely amazing volume for your checks. Finding your 2 to 3% of builders are the ones you're going to dive in with. And I only work with people who are actually working. If they're, they send a message, but you give them an assignment and they never go do that simple assignment, those aren't your builders. Those are hobbyers. And hobby people will waste your time if you give them that opportunity. Number 4, I don't deny that this is a numbers game. Network marketing is a numbers game. You have to talk to hundreds of people to sponsor and qualify leaders. And it's rare to find leaders in your first 100 that you talk to. Some people even talk to 300 before they find a leader, but you're always adding new customers. There's skills, there's mindset and connections that can increase the chance of finding that leader. And I have personally enrolled a little over 200 customers. And out of that 200, then I have 6 leaders, which carried me to the top 3% of my company. So I'm always looking for both. And so should you. It all started with me, but I was not alone in growing this team to 15,000 people. So I just want to encourage you to keep talking to people, keep asking the question, keep looking for referrals. And it'll work for you. It's just not going to happen quickly for most people. I'm not going to say everybody, but for most people. Number 5, the real key to success is working the numbers is important, but having a system and a system that is duplicatable in your group is 100% the key to big success. I'm personally not duplicatable. Not everybody's going to duplicate my email method or my blogging method. But if I teach them how to talk to people, that is so duplicatable. And it is something that 100% of the people that say yes can repeat and do. So if you're the only one working and bringing in customers, placing them under yourself, or, it depends. A lot of people call it stacking. You're bringing your customers and putting them underneath people, depending on your comp plan, and helping people grow and build. You only want to do that with people that are actually working. And if you're doing it all by yourself and nobody else is bringing in customers, then you are simply a salesperson. So I like to call the shots like they are. I don't want to fluff it and say, oh, you're a big business builder, when actually you're a salesperson. Getting people to duplicate what you do is when you're building a team. So you need to be emailing consistently, taking care of your subscribers by sending them valuable information, staying in touch, however you choose to stay in touch. The biggest key here is that an email list is something that I own. If my company was to shut me down, or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever, my email belongs to me and I can still reach out to people. And if you don't have that one little tool in your business and a platform somewhere shuts you down, you're starting over from scratch, but not from the beginning, because you have the skills and new knowledge. You have the knowledge that you'll never lose, which is critical But, learn how to leverage an email list, learn how to leverage a duplicatable system. I've got one of those listed over, if you're going to look up this particular podcast over on angelabrook.com. The name of the blog post is 7 Great Lies of Network Marketing. And it's got all the links to the different platforms and conversations that I'm talking about, so that you can just click them and take a look at them. Number 6, your friends and family will not support you. And this is the number one thing that I believe really hurts people's feelings. Because when you start a business, the very first person you go to is family and people that asking them to support you, or you kind of expect that they're going to support you. And then they tell you no without even learning about what you do. You also have to know that most of your friends and family are not entrepreneurs, nor do they want to be, and they're not your target market. So don't take this personal. People are good customers for a long time without being a business leader, and your family doesn't have to be a customer. It took, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years before I signed up the first family member. My own mother doesn't use any of my products. My brother does, and his wife does finally, after, like I said, like 5 years. But as far as other family members, none of those are in my business. Out of the 25 years that I worked at the hospital, I have less than 10 of those nurse connections that joined me as a customer, not a business builder, but as a customer. So don't take it personal. Just keep on trucking. And number 7, you need retail customers. These are people out there who teach people to only look for business builders. And I'm going to tell you, that's hard business, because not everybody is going to come straight in as a business builder who's not an entrepreneur. Finding customers is totally easier. A happy, loyal customer is volume to your business, just the same as getting a business builder to put volume underneath you. But having somebody who's looking for a business is a different mindset than somebody who wants to be a customer. The thing that I love about customers the most is when they are happy, when they love their product, guess what they do? They talk about it to their friends or to their people around them, and they become just general customers underneath them. So a happy customer talks to people about the products, and they have no attachment to the commissions. They just want to use their products. Just like if you went to a store and they had your favorite jeans on sale for $15, I can guarantee you're going to tell 5 or 6 of your friends immediately, I don't know what size you wear. Go see if they got your size. They're $15. And your friends are going to go do that because they trust your opinion. So most people you recruit, just to give you a little insight, are going to quit in 7 to 90 days. Most of the customers will stay around longer, but will eventually fizzle out if you don't stay in touch with them one way or another. You can always be adding, you must always be adding new people to your business. And I would rather focus on getting 100 loyal customers, and each of those share with 2 loyal friends, rather than to have one business builder with only 200 people. So keep your mind open for where you get the volume for your income. It doesn't matter where the volume come from. It doesn't matter if it's 100 customers or 100 builders. It is coming into your business. So you need to be grateful and stop pushing people to build a business that just want to be a customer. This is a good industry. It doesn't have a glass ceiling, and it's not for everyone. So some people do better with traditional business, and some people need to stay as an employee and be a good customer. In the first 4 years of my company, I stayed employed until I had built my business to a level that would retire me from nursing. Of course, I had 25 years in, so I had retirement benefits, so that when I left my nursing job, I still had an income coming in. I still had my insurance paid for, and I had other benefits. But my business income was more than what I was bringing in as a nurse working full time. So I didn't have walk away. I didn't just walk away from nursing until those things are in place. And I think some people leave their jobs way too early. I don't know about you, but I like having more than one check coming in. So I don't encourage anybody to leave their job, and especially leave it too soon until it's solid. Because, everybody has a learning curve and your checks are going to go up and down. So don't drop out too soon and not be able to pay your bills. So, yep, I did retire, but I also had everything lined up so that it worked out for me. Connect to a community. Again, you can find my community on angelabrook.com because everyone fails. Not everyone talks about it. I have had 10 really, really good years in business. Also had 10 years that nobody knew who I was. And that was not very pretty. No one knew my name. I wasn't getting commissions, or they were really, really small. And sometimes they didn't exist at all. I still worked, I still learned, and I studied. And then I found a community that could help me grow and help me learn how to train my team because I didn't know how. So I would get my team into this community so that they were getting the same education that I was, and that we could have knowledgeable conversation from the training that we were both getting at the same time. So if you don't know how to get them into a community, maybe you can join the community I'm in, and that I can help you help them. And it just makes business a whole lot easier if you're not the one focusing on recruiting and training and connecting and doing all the things. You outsource things so that you can do what you're really good at, and you show people where they can get their training so that you're not the one that does it all. Because when people think that they have to do it all, it's overwhelming and they run from it, which, my God, it's overwhelming just to say it out loud. So no matter what somebody tells you, there is more than one way to work your business. You get to leverage your own talents and abilities. And of course, I talked about this in podcast 64 and podcast 65. So don't let other people's opinions on how you're supposed to run your business make you quit. Most people don't follow the same path as the person who got them started. I know I didn't. My upline literally didn't know how to work with me because she did things in person and I did things online. And she just did not know how to help me. I knew I was not going to do the in-person thing because I was already exhausted from working night shift. So you get to find what you want to focus on and what you enjoy. And you're going to learn that most people at the top had crappy uplines. So don't think that your upline is the person that is responsible for your business to grow. It's yours. They provided you with the opportunity. You need to take the opportunity and run. And changing businesses to have a better quote unquote upline is not the method to go. That's not vital to your success. Your success is up to you. And if you have a good sponsor, that's amazing. Lean into them and connect with them and learn from them if that's possible. If not, don't speak to that person. They've given you the opportunity and you just need to go and take that and run to the top. And the most simple tools that you have, the number one tool that you carry with you every single way, everywhere you go, it doesn't have to be charged. It doesn't need batteries. It doesn't have to have internet connection. That's your mouth. Your mouth is your number one most simple tool that you have in your business. Open it. If it works, your business will travel and it will go far. If your mouth is closed, your business is not going to do well. There's no reason to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching and traveling and going to events if you're not going to use what you learn. It's just insane to me for somebody to go to an event where somebody's standing on the stage and giving you all of these nuggets and details, and you leave and do nothing with it. It's insanity to me. So personally, I'm like a sponge. Anytime somebody teaches me something, I apply it immediately. And the key here is to repeat it. Rinse and repeat. Open your mouth, talk to people. Don't focus on how many do I have to talk to. Focus on who's next. Who's next? So in a summary of this particular blog post and this particular podcast, number 66, is network marketing is sales. From the product to selling the dream of a successful business, you are not lovingly sharing when in the end you're going to ask somebody for a Visa card for payment. This is sales. So master your skills. Generate a list where you can stay in touch and connect. Talk to lots of people. Stop quitting on yourself. You're not quitting on anybody else. You're not quitting on your upline. You're not quitting on the industry. You're quitting on yourself. It takes longer than 90 days to grow a business. So just get in there, get some elbow grease going, and stay put. So I've got some resources that I shared with you. They're clickable links. They're at the very bottom of the blog post over on AngelaBrook.com. The 7 Great Lies of Network Marketing. Go to that blog post, scroll to the very bottom of that, and I am giving you some amazing resources that how I'm looking for new customers every single day, and you can become one of them without worrying about sales. You can upgrade to be a future leader. There's my community link, how to leverage your email list, get an email tool system. If you don't have one, Google Gmail is not your email list. So don't think that you're going to get away with that being cheap. The system that I use, you can start out, I think it's like $17 at the most 20. But find the platform that you enjoy working on. Mine happens to be LinkedIn and Facebook. Learn how to make them work, and so that you're not wasting your time, but you're providing amazing value that people come and they find you on your podcast, or they find you on your blog post, or they look you up on different platforms so that they can connect. Thank you for listening to this podcast. My name is Angela Brooks. This is podcast number 66, and I will see you on the next training.